Hello, I'm Orla Allen, medium and author, and if you haven't seen my other video yet, please go back and watch it first. It should be just before this one. I am working through the different cards in the tarot, just giving you a quick overview of what each card represents. So we're now on card number 10 of Wands. So the 10 of Wands talks about a new beginning where your work or how you spend your days are concerned. So the 10 talks about something which has previously existed, but you're moving into a new phase of it. So for Wands, this could be where you're getting a promotion in work. So the new thing is the promotion, but you're still working for the same company you've always worked with. It can also be where you are changing jobs. So you're going to a completely new company, but you're doing the exact same job you've done before. So there's this element of something which previously existed, but there's the new element that's coming into it. There's this new fresh start that's coming with it. If you look at the picture on the card, he has his face buried in the work. So it very much feels like he's work orientated, he's work focused, and he's not really thinking about where he is going and where this card's concerned. Then we have the Page of Wands. Now, pages tend to come forward with a wee message. Like I said, the ones are talking about your work life or how you spend your days. And this card very much has an element to it where we want things to be perfect. We want things to be brilliant. There's like this new motivation, this new energy. It's almost childlike where you've got hope for the future. So it's like when you first start a job and everything's new and fresh and you've got this hope of this job being potentially everything that you want, or at the very least being something you can enjoy spending your days doing to earn your money. So that's what the energy the Page of Wands brings with it. Then we have the Knight of Wands, and the Knight of Wands has progressed a little bit from the page. There is still this element of it being new, this freshness, this motivation, this moving forward, especially because he's on the horse. But if you look closely at the cards, whatever you're drawn to is the information that you need to read from the cards. So when I'm looking at this one again, the horse's head is being pulled in towards his chest. So there's restrictions here. He is still moving forward. He's pushing on with it, but perhaps he doesn't have all the information that he needs to be able to make it as best as he can. Then we have the Queen of Wands. Now, the Queen of Wands and the King of Wands represent the kind of highest of the deck. It's the kind of ultimate goal, the place that we're striving to get to. So the Queen comes forward with that whole regalness and that whole knowledge, the wisdom, the understanding. But the Queen perhaps has a little bit more compassion than the King has, because women tend to have be more in tune to their feelings. I'm not saying all women, I'm not saying all men, or I'm not saying there's no men that aren't in touch with their feelings, but just in general. Now the Queen comes forward as somebody who's in touch with their feelings, but it doesn't necessarily mean it's a female. So this could be talking about a man who's in touch with his feelings or a man who's emotional. But this card very much talks about a bright new day. If you look, she's holding the sunflower. There's sunflowers behind her. So it very much talks about the sun as an element. And the sun is warmth, it is love, it is kind of all the goodness. It breathes life into the earth, it breathes life into people. And the sunflower represents that too. So this card's very much talking about where we've had success, we are growing, we're moving forward. There's also the element of the fact there's a kitten at the front or a cat at the front, and she's not sitting on the plinth with the Queen. So you have to look at the finer details within the card, whatever you're drawn to. What do those elements mean to you? What do the colours represent? And that gives you more information about what it is you're speaking about. Then finally we have the King of Wands. Now the King of Wands is more to do with the kind of work, he has the same knowledge as the Queen, and perhaps he even has more knowledge than the Queen. He's the head of the kind of country. He's the one that's in charge of everything. He's the provider, if you like. So for example, if it was a relationship, then the King would be the one that kind of pays the most bills, or that brings in the most money, or that works the most to provide for the family from a financial point of view. So the wife maybe makes sure that he has everything he could ever possibly need, make sure the kids have everything they need, make sure the house is perfect. But the King refers to the person who brings in the finances, who does the actual kind of the work that provides the finances. So yeah, he's the one. So I'm saying the husband and the wife here, but it could be where it's the wife is the one that goes out to do it, and the king isn't gender. It's not the gender that's important in the card, it's the element. And in this case, it's the person who provides the work, which provides the finances for the family. Again, look at the card, what jumps out at you. Just like the cat in the previous card, the wand isn't actually standing on the plinth beside the king. The king's not looking at us, he's looking at something. So he's kind of preoccupied. Whatever the element is that you're drawn to, then that's what it is you need to talk about, or that's what your intuition's telling you need to talk about when you're reading the tarot. I'm going to leave that there and move on to another set of cards now.